Hey guys, this is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a homeschooling mom. I homeschool our two oldest sons, and today's video is all about how our 2018-2019 homeschool year went. So let me start by saying that I'm super excited to be sitting here in front of you guys today. I have not posted a video in about 6 months. I always have video ideas and always plan to come in here, and I have filmed 4 or 5 videos, but getting them edited and posted and then having to, reshoot something or refilm something, then time gets away from me, and here we are 6 months later. So yeah, let's get started with the video. I'll just give you guys a rundown of our day, what we did, and then let you know if we're making any changes, and I'll be doing another video about our 2019-2020 homeschool curriculum picks for you guys. For Bible this year, we read through the 4 Gospels together. We read through the Psalms and Proverbs, and that's really all we did this year. I kind of wanted to take a break from curriculum, and that took up the entire school year. So we are doing a curriculum / kind of discipleship program next year, and I will mention what we're doing in my next video with our curriculum choices for next school year. Okay, so history and geography, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that we made some big changes. We decided to go with Beautiful Feet this year for both American and world history and geography, and I absolutely loved it. The geography curriculum from Beautiful Feet has been some of my favorite things that we have done in homeschooling to date. It uses 4 hauling books, Men of the Mississippi, Tree and the Trail, Seabird, and Paddle to the Sea. And I think Paddle to the Sea is one of my favorite books we've ever read together in our homeschool. The curriculum comes with maps that you can purchase. You label things and you do diagrams of explored trails and just different little things in the curriculum. Once you're done with the map, all the states are colored, things are labeled, things are drawn on, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to get the first one we did framed and get it hung somewhere in the house. I'm running out of wall space here in the schoolroom, so hopefully we can put it somewhere. So yes, that was geography. With Beautiful Feet, we did North America. Not 100% sure yet what we're going to do for geography next year. Still kind of looking into that, but I will keep you guys posted. And then for American and world history, again, we used the Beautiful Feet curriculum. And I actually didn't get through the entire curriculum because it was actually a little more than I anticipated. If we do everything that the curriculum is asking us to do for each lesson, sometimes we were doing history for about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. The reading, plus a lot of the notebooking stuff. So it took me quite a while to kind of adjust to the new notebooking. And so I have a better idea what I want to do in the notebooks and what I don't want to do next year. So we actually just cut that curriculum in half. So we considered this year kind of part 1 to our American and world history, and next year will be part 2. At first I kind of freaked out about it because I've never not finished a curriculum on time. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was okay with the boys just continuing American and world history next year. So that's where we're at. So you guys already know what we're doing for American and world history. Beautiful Feet, I will say some of the books, actually pretty much all of them that we've read thus far, have been absolutely amazing. Excited to finish the book selections for next year and kind of get a better grapple on the notebooking for us. So moving on, what was next in our day? Math. We've used Matthew C. This was our 6th year to use it, and you guys know I'm a huge fan of Steve Demme and Matthew C. And so, yeah, that's what we did this year. Isaiah was doing pre-algebra, Elijah's doing epsilon, and so we'll just continue with that. No changes there. So, yeah, loved it. Nothing more to say other than absolutely love it. Science, this was something that I really struggled with last year. I tweaked it a little bit this year, and science went better than I could have imagined it. So year before last, I decided to do Apologia, Anatomy, and Physiology. Each of the boys had a notebook. I had the textbook. I would read and they would do notebooking, and I don't think we even got through half of the curriculum. It was just a lot. Not sure I should have chosen Anatomy and Physiology for our, I guess they would have been in 4th and 6th grade. I guess we can do that again at some other point. I have the curriculum, but it didn't go as well as I hoped it would or that I thought it would. So the beginning of last school year, I guess this time last year, I asked the boys, what are you guys interested in and what would you like to do? So our middle son said zoology, our older son said astronomy. So I just went ahead and got each of them their own separate curriculum for science, and it went amazing. Both of them finished the entire textbook and notebooking journal this year. I cannot believe how well it went this year. Okay, moving on with our day. So for language arts, that was another big curriculum change that we had made. Again, lots of you guys know that we use Simply Charlotte Mason for 5 years for our language art, and we switched over to some curriculum from My Father's World. So our oldest son, who was in 7th grade, used applications of grammar and writing with skill. That's a Susan Wise Bauer book. Absolutely loved her. If you've not read The Well-Trained Mind, she wrote that book. Really enjoy it. We're going to be using both of those again next year. So he'll be in the 8th grade. We'll continue both of those. And then our middle son, who was in the 5th grade, used language lessons for today and writing skills. And both of those are from My Father's World. Absolutely loved those. We'll be continuing with those for 6th grade for him as well. So I take that back. Our oldest son, I'm thinking about possibly making a change for writing next year. But again, I have not completely solidified that. So if I do make the change, I will let you guys know about it in my next video. And I keep glancing over here because that's where we keep all the boys' stuff. And I'm trying to, remember the rhythm of our day. Our enrichment studies. You guys know I love enrichment. I've always considered it really kind of the heartbeat of our homeschool. It's one of the things that really drew me to the Charlotte Mason method of homeschooling. And so I'm a little bummed, but I'm trying to look on the bright side. We didn't do as much for poetry and poetry tea time as I wanted to do this year. We did read lots and lots of poems by Shel Silverstein. We love Where the Sidewalk Ends and A Light in the Attic. We did dabble a little bit reading some Walt Whitman poems, but we didn't officially kind of study. No, I take that back. We did read the whole biography on Walt Whitman. We just didn't read a ton of his poems, and the boys didn't do any memorization this year, which typically they do, anywhere from 1 to 3 poems they'll memorize per school year. And I think we only got to maybe 4 poetry tea times. I didn't really take into consideration I guess the boys getting older and the workload, especially for our older son, I guess would just kind of make the day a little bit longer. Yeah, it just kind of got pushed to the side. We had actually moved poetry tea time from Tuesdays down to Fridays because it's typically a lighter work day for us for school. And we still didn't get a lot of poetry tea times done. But trying to maneuver the schedule, knowing some things for this next school year that I wasn't kind of anticipating this last school year. So hoping to get back in the groove with poetry. Our artist and picture study, you guys can see some of them right here. We did Homer and we did Cassatt, and we got to 2 of them. Typically we do 3 per school year, but I was super happy with these. We also visited the Van Gogh exhibit here at the Houston Museum of Fine Arts. It was amazing. I don't know if you're in the Houston area or the Southeast Texas area, and I'm not sure how much longer the exhibit will be here. But if you're in the area and haven't gone, I highly recommend it. The kids' portion of the exhibit was out of the park. They knocked it out of the park. It was absolutely amazing. So yay for us doing that. What else do I want to get to? Oh, okay. So the boys' silent reading. Typically per year, they'll read anywhere from, 4 to 6 or 7 books on their own outside of what they're reading for, American and world history and any other subject that they might need to read a book for. So I know I'm probably forgetting some because I just ran over to the boys' shelf over there and grabbed some books that I remember them reading this school year. So I'll just go over them with you super quick. So these are for our middle son. He was in the 5th grade this year. He read Island of the Blue Dolphins. He read The Little Prince, which is one of his all-time favorites. He read Green Ember, and he's hoping to finish the rest of the series next year. Both of our boys absolutely loved this book, and Isaiah, our oldest boy, has read the entire series and said it's one of his favorite series of books he's ever read, ever. And then Elijah also read Bridge of Terabithia. I think I'm forgetting maybe one or two, but these were definitely 4 that I knew for sure were in his top this year that he absolutely loved. So yeah, if you have a boy around the same age-ish, these are highly recommended by my son. He loved them. And then our older son was in the 7th grade, and here are some of his picks that he had. He loves Elizabeth George Spear, so I think he's read 3 books of hers. He read Calico Captive this year. He read The Witch of Blackbird Pond this year, but what really sparked it for him was reading The Bronze Bow. Bronze Bow is his absolute favorite, though. He also read A Wrinkle in Time. He actually has the other 3 or 4 in the series over there that he'd like to read. He read Crispin, which he liked, and he just finished To Kill a Mockingbird. And I actually kind of second-guessed myself after I gave him this book. I remember that I didn't read it until I was, I think, maybe in 9th grade-ish. I think I was in the 9th grade, maybe 10th grade. But after talking about some things with him in the book, I started to question whether or not it was actually appropriate for him to read in the 7th grade. He loves to read, super intelligent kiddo, but probably would have held off letting him read it until probably his freshman or sophomore year in college or in high school. But he read it, so you know that's where we're at with that. So I think that's it, guys. I think that's how our year went. Overall, I was really happy with the year, even though we were making some adjustments with curriculum. I'm really happy because last year, like I said, science did not go well at all. It was amazing this year. Enrichment studies suffered just a little bit, but I think I know what I need to do to kind of tweak that and kind of make it, you know, a bigger part of our week next year. And so overall, I'm just really happy with how the year went. I'm happy with our curriculum changes that we made, and yeah, that is where we're at with our school year. I wanted to mention something. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend. Her Instagram name is Mikasa. I saw her at our local homeschool convention here in the area, and it was so cool to see her. So I just wanted to say hi. Thanks so much for coming up to me and introducing yourself. It was a really fun experience for me. So that is it, guys. Hoping to get another video to you guys in the next couple of weeks with our curriculum choices for next year, so be looking for that. I hope everyone had a really great school year this year. If you guys used any of the curriculum that I mentioned in this video, I would love to hear how you guys loved it in the comments below. I hope everyone's having a great summer so far. Hope everyone's having a great day. Until next time.